Wembley Stadium, the setting for this FA Cup semi-final between Manchester United and Newcastle United. Sending offs to be expected, I guess, as the two Premier League encounters between these two have actually resulted in 3 sending offs in total. Manchester City are taking on Swansea in the other semi-final, and could we had a third Manchester derby on our hands, and another goal or maybe 4 from Aaron Henwood in that game at the end of the season. John Carver has a lot to be concerned about, and it's just his players on the pitch and how long they will stay on the pitch. For United here, David De Gea is in goal with Raphael, Rojo, Hummels and Luke Shaw. Danny Blind plays with Strootman and Henwood behind, Mata, Di Maria and Wayne Rooney on top. On his own, Henwood suffering a bruised shoulder in the Manchester derby, which only took 9 days to heal. And Henwood, obviously, this big occasion wasn't going to keep him out, I'm sure. Newcastle United, Tim Krul in goal with Yamat, Williamson, Colasini and Santon. Midfield is Tiote, I think, Anita, Sissoko, De Jong and Gutierrez. Papis Cisse is up front. Tiote, Yamat and Anita, the 3 players sent off. And Henwood scoring a goal against Manchester City, his 5th in 2 against them, hoping for a Manchester Derby FA Cup final, I'm sure, no doubt, to put some more past them. Lee Probert is the referee, and Wembley Stadium, the big setting, obviously a few years ago, implemented into the semi-finals as well as the final. And we're about to get this match underway. Will there be a sending off for Newcastle United? One has to expect it, but you never know. Wayne Rooney and Di Maria kick us off. Manchester United in such a rich vein of form, coming off their most recent win at Manchester City, and a big boost to their title hopes. But it's the FA Cup which concerns them today. Obviously out of the Capital One Cup at the hands of Arsenal and Alexis Sanchez, who also they did a Premier League loss on them. But Manchester United and Arsenal will face again, and nearly towards the end of the season. Rear to Rooney, and he's gone down. And no need to give a decision there against Newcastle this early in the match. And Henwood obviously misread something, probably a bad touch on his part. And on this occasion was not going to keep Henwood out. He was not going to stay out of this one. He would have come on if his shoulder had been dislocated, I can tell you that, but it was only a bruise. And obviously the wet grass probably didn't help matters. Henwood went up for a header and took the brunt of the punishment, and he was actually for the reason Yaya Toure was sent off in that Manchester derby in the first minute and half of the game. Straight on to Rooney. And Yamat and Mata get into an altercation. The ball is loose, comes up with Anita. Anita immediately tackled by Aaron Henwood. Such a surge of form at the moment. I think Henwood's on 12 for the season overall. So I think he has 2 FA Cup goals to his name already. Rojo to Henwood. I'm not sure what the status of a draw would be. If it was a draw, I don't know whether it goes to extra time or penalties. I think it might do. I'm not actually sure. I think it does this late in the competition. It's late now. I don't think you'd hear of semi-final replays. Probably in the olden days you'd probably hear that. And we are pushed, and fairly says the ref. Here's Sissoko. Sissoko is going all the way here. Here's De Jong. Good tackle from Strootman. Strootman's gone down. And Lee Probert doesn't give that as a foul either. And we're looking to pass, and he did, and offside. Given against, I think it might have been Streetman or Rooney up there. Streetman was the intended target. And that's why it is ruled offside. He definitely is off. And that's probably going to roll through to David De Gea, keeping Valdez and Lindegaard on the bench, or Valdez at least. Obviously signed in the January window, but probably not going to play as long as David De Gea is fit enough, that's for sure. There's Williamson. Great pass from Rooney. Di Maria's offside, brought down. The offside was given first. Seeing with the free kick. Rooney. This pass deflected, and now here's De Jong. Seeing De Jong, by the way. The linesman wanted to flag for a foul against United and Henwood in particular, but the referee's played advantage. Yeah, that's on the ball. Tiote, and of course Anita and Tiote were too busy taking Will Keane out of the first encounter between these two sides. Will Keane then went ahead and scored. Unbelievably, that's the same kind of scenario that Henwood faced in the Manchester derby. Took the brunt of the punishment and scored. And here he is, pass from Rooney. Henwood gallops forward, and he's just wide. There's no stopping this man at the moment. Aaron Henwood is just on fire. Right foot, struck it well enough. And he just pops up everywhere, doesn't he? He's such a pest. In such a good way, too. To Cisse. Streetman. Raphael. Intercepted by Tiote. Here's Suzuka. Here is Cisse. Good pass. De Jong. And his shot's wayward. But it is a corner. The referee is actually singing in corner. And to Newcastle United. So Gutierrez will take it hit. Cisse bringing it down. Deciding not to head it across. Cisse is actually blocked off by a barrage of red shirts. Has to go back as far as Tiote here. De Jong. Tiote. Nothing really coming from this Newcastle attack. They need to get something going for it. That's a great move by Gutierrez, but didn't fully come off. United had the ball. And there's Aaron Henwood on a run again. Unfortunately, Rooney couldn't pick him out. Here is Cisse. Sent up. A clash of players there, and someone's actually down, and the United players clear it. It's Blind. Well, Daily Blind in an altercation. Oof. And it'll be interesting to see what that results in. Manchester United have not had the best of luck with injuries. Michael Carrick suffered, I think it was probably a pulled muscle, and had to actually play the rest of the Manchester derbies when Howard used the subs. And now Blind is out. And then Percy still hasn't recovered either, and he could be out for the rest of the season. Well, back to the Barclays Premier League in Goodison Park for Manchester United in their march towards another title. And they're away at Everton. Wayne Rooney's one of his old stomping grounds. And Danny Blind, well, he's definitely been helpful in the midfield. There is no denying the importance of Daley Blind in the midfield. But unfortunately, he's now out. And Rooney going to go back. Picks out Michael Carrick. Great save by Tim Krul. Michael Carrick, a good enough shot as well. And Tim Krul, obviously, coming up against the very manager that put him on in the World Cup. for a penalty shootout. You all know the shenanigans there. Inspired decision. Di Maria with the corner, but able to gather it out of the air. The rest has definitely done Manchester United some good here. Obviously to shake off the injuries from Henwood and Carrick. And now Blind is out. And Aaron Henwood, that's a great hold of him over the ball there. Great pass as well. Manchester United trademark passing. And it doesn't result in anything, unfortunately, for them. The passing is just majestic from United, especially this season. Rooney. Di Maria, such on scoring form himself. Di Maria is wide. Well, you can't stop Di Maria or Henwood at the moment. The scoring machines in this squad. Led by Wayne Rooney, their captain. Ball short to Santon. Picks out Tiote. Tiote and Anita sent off in the first encounter between the two. Now Yamat is the third in the second. And it was a good move. But, immediately dealt with by the brick wall known as Matt Hummels. The signing he's been. United probably wouldn't be so impressive without him, you have to say it. Matt Hummels has been an inspiration. Inspired signing by Louis Van Gaal. Along with all the others. Strootman is one of them. Still yet to score in a Manchester United shirt, and the wait goes on. Good enough shot. Kevin Strootman. Certainly not a lot of people have been talking about him. Mind you, the headlines have all been grabbed by Aaron Henwood in recent weeks. So, that could be maybe why. Here's Anita. Great tackle from Strootman. Great pass with Di Maria. Oh, to Di Maria rather. And he's muscled off the ball. Here's Michael Carrick. And he gives nothing there. De Jong comes through from it. He's not on a break. And United immediately deal with it. Tiote going to get it back off Di Maria there. Here's Anita. Great tackle from Carrick. And with Tamata. Rooney. Not the best of touches. Picks it up though. And tackled by Sissoko. Certainly some ambition for Newcastle this afternoon. Certainly being shown. And they're keeping it at 0-0. Here's Yamat. Great tackle from Henwood. Newcastle United throw. Great throw, and Papi Cisse here immediately dealt with by guess who? Oh, Rooney, great touch. Di Maria. Back to Strootman. Forward to Henwood. Is he going to shoot again? Yes, he is. Great move. Henwood, what a goal. It's almost inevitable. Aaron Henwood scores at the end of the first half. Look at this. Absolutely wonderful movement. Went into a pocket of space. Bang. Tim Krul nowhere. Right foot. Blasting that past the goalkeeper. No chance. Aaron Henwood scores again. Unbelievable run. His third goal in the FA Cup. Unbelievable. Is there anything any team can do to stop this man at the moment? He is absolutely on it. And it was just so inevitable. Manchester United lead by a goal to 0. Newcastle suffered the indignity of losing for the third time, it seems, at the moment. Great move by Kevin Strootman here. He's not had his name up in lights, he could have done there, but he's dealt with a good tackle. Here's Gutierrez. Here's Cisse. Here's Anita. And look at the brick wall, and is that Manchester United defence? Raphael. And get for a corner though. Well, how many goals is this man going to end up with? Aaron Henwood now on, I believe it's 14. Unbelievable. Headed away by Carrick and Anita. And just tries not to shoot. He's actually forced out by Mata. Mata picks him off and Struikman comes away with it. End of the first half. And Aaron Henwood has scored yet again. Manchester United lead in this FA Cup semi-final. A possible Manchester derby in the final beckons, thanks to Aaron Henwood's goal at the end of the first half. Almost inevitable, really. United 1, Newcastle 0.